Hey, how's it going? So the other day I was cleaning the garage. It was really dirty and I just hadn't been working on my 240 for a while. I just randomly started recording an Instagram story. I was getting a little more comfortable talking to the camera actually. I started talking about like what's going on with my 240 build. With this car originally, I wanted to document a lot of the stuff making YouTube videos and I just never did. I just was too shy. I didn't want to talk to the camera. I didn't like, so there's a lot of photos on my Instagram and Facebook of everything I've done to the build if you want to look at those and find something I can talk about. But I started talking about the car, mostly about the engines that I have, because I have two engines for this car that one or the other is going to go in the car, and I talk about a lot of it on these clips. Because after I recorded all these stories, I watched them back and I was like, man, a lot of the stuff I'm talking about is stuff I wish I had talked about on a YouTube video. And I figure, why don't I just take the clips and make a YouTube video out of those clips? Well, the crappy thing about doing that is, since I filmed them on my phone on Instagram, they're all filmed vertical. So I apologize, because I know the vertical video is the worst thing I could probably be doing for a YouTube video, but the important stuff is more what I'm talking about. But I figured I should probably film an intro for the video at least to give some context of what I'm going to be talking about in the clips and the rest of the video. There's my stock hatch. Well, stock Aero T's. S13 SR. It's got GK Tech well catch can S15 turbo that I stole off another engine. I don't remember. Stock injectors, stock MAF, stock tune. Actually, I think it has a Mines ECU. So with the S15 turbo, I just got it on wastegate pressure. It's like 7 pounds less than stock boost. Stock boost is 11 to 12 pounds if you have the factory boost solenoid. Evo 9 MR metal blow-off valve. They're really great for recirculating setups. Recirculates into the intake tube. Ideally, I'd like to put a enthalpy tune 550 Z32 MAF, turn the boost up to 15 pounds. That's 13.4 valve cover. Got it painted that crazy Mazda red that everyone likes. This is a random coil pack cover I found on Yahoo Auctions. It's a modified stock one with this mesh added. I thought it was pretty neat and unique. Never seen one like that before. This ISR manifold, the logo is upside down, so they gave it to me for $100 on Black Friday. It works. This exhaust is really quiet. It's quieter than a stock A exhaust probably. This is a S13 SR I picked up for cheap. It has a detonated on number 1, so the number 1 piston is melted a little bit. It has no compression. Block seems good. The other 3 pistons are good. Just gonna do a simple rebuild on this eventually. I don't know if I want to flip this or just save it as a spare for that car, since that car is 13 SR. My coupe is gonna be 14, 15 VCT SRs, so not really interchangeable. With the price of SRs, I think once I rebuild this, I'm probably gonna hold on to it. This is a S14 SR I got from Wolfrain. Pretty good deal. It's supposed to be in running condition. There was a couple things I'm not really happy with. They said it ran fine. I'm probably gonna run it as is for a reason related to this engine. So this is basically gonna be my mock-up engine for everything eventually to go on that one, but also my base tune engine that I'm going to put in this car. I want to get a base tune on this with all the ancillaries and turbo and everything that will be on this engine. So this is my coupe I'm building. It's, well, at one point it was a quick project turning into a long-term project. GSK full cage, super sweet. I have pictures of that if you want to see. Kitec angle kit, blah blah blah, a bunch of rear subframe stuff I can go over another time. Painted bay with pink pearl. The bay paint's okay. This is work in progress. That engine originally was supposed to be, so it's a S15 SR20. I bought a full S15 swap. Came out running and driving car. Was supposed to just go right in here. I was gonna do just stock 15 turbo, stock ECU, just stock everything, front mount, put it in and go. So if you remember my vert, I'll put a picture in the story. I had a VQ35 HR swapped vert for 2 or 3 years that I was drifting. I just got bored of the VQ. It ripped. Looking back, I probably should have kept the drivetrain and put it in this car. I was wanting a coupe really bad. Got rid of the swap because I was missing SR at the time. I've had SR20s for over 13 years now in multiple cars. I've never blown one myself because I know how to keep them healthy and running good. This was not me. That one was not me. Ended up being blown. I got this engine after trading the VQ for it. This was a friend of the guy that pulled the engine out. He wanted my VQ. Got it. The freaking thing was just covered in oil. I've got photos on my timeline a couple months back. It was nasty. The engine came on a wood pallet. I don't know what happened in transport. An oil pan was broken. They delivered it in my driveway. I got home from work. There's oil just everywhere. That was great. And I didn't want to take the head off and let the good juju out of the SR, because once you do that, then this happens. But I had to. I pulled the head. Number one piston didn't look good, and then the other three weren't that great either. Took it to a machine shop. It's got Carrillo Super A 3/8 WMT bolts, rod bolt. Super sick rod. They're good for about 600 horse. King Racing bearings that are spec'd for the clearances on this engine. And the pistons, it has JE asymmetrical pistons, so the wrist pin is offset slightly, and the skirts are an asymmetrical design to prevent piston slap. I highly suggest you look into them. You will probably use them on your next builds. Mazworks head studs, the head's been refreshed. Stock valve train, because I'm running Gimlip S4 cams that are designed to work on stock valve train. They work great, so that's just refreshed head, valves lapped, guides, seals, everything. Steel guides, not copper guides, because the machine shop wanted to do steel. They last longer, they're more durable. Yeah, the heat transfer isn't as great. You gotta do what the machine shop wants to do sometimes. So yeah, that engine will go in this car eventually. I don't want to build this car from the ground up. I've had my hand on every single freaking part of this car by the time it's running and driving. That's probably not a great thing, because I mean, I've never made my own brake lines before out of stainless steel and bend them and just doing extra stuff. Like, I've got crossover lines through the freaking wiper cowl to make things complicated. I don't want to break in a freshly built engine and risk having teething issues from a car that I just put together. It's the first time I built a car like from nothing. I've always bought a car that ran and drove and modified it from there. I can get a base map for my M-Tron ECU, whatever, but I don't want to have teething issues on the dyno that prevent me from doing the right heat cycles on this engine. I want it to last. You build a car where you've touched every system on the car, something's gonna leak, the sensor's not gonna work right, custom harness, it's got a M-Tron KV8 ECU, super overkill, but they're very cool. I'm gonna have a base map, but I wanna be able to put it in this car, turn it on, it starts and idles. I can get it up to temperature, turn it off, drain the oil, break in oil. We'll see how the oil looks in the first one. It's the first time I'm putting a built SR in a car, because I've never had to rebuild one before. I've never blown my own. I've ran 300 horse. It's probably the most I've ran. That's enough for me. So I bought this one, S14 SR. They're interchangeable. So that engine goes in this car. It's gonna get a base map with the standalone for that engine. Everything the built engine's gonna have on it will be on this stock engine to get a base map, and the dyno tune probably on low power. I'll probably do a drift event actually with the stock SR. We'll see what happens from there. If it rips, I might just leave it, keep the built one for a spare. I mean, obviously having a built SR is cool. Everyone knows you're asking for trouble depending on if it was built right. I think maybe one case, get the stock one tuned, it runs, then put the built one in, go from there. Then have a built SR, put a bigger turbo on it, turn it up. Or just keep the stock one, run it till it blows. When it blows, put the built one in, then get the stock one built, and then I've got two built SRs. I just interchange them as I want. Make it to the end, and there's anything that I touched on that you want to ask me about, ask me in the comments. Or if you want me to make a video about something you saw in the car that I haven't made a video about yet. I'm trying to make some more videos from here on out on this car. Let me know what you think, and then I'll have another video soon, hopefully. See you.